what if the most profound connection isn't spoken? Many seek intimacy but miss the silent language the body speaks. As a urologist, I understand the body's hidden wiring. I will share 3 forgotten points of contact that awaken deep trust. You won't want to miss the final one, or you may stay locked in superficial connection forever. Sacred space. We begin not with a technique, but with a shift in perception. Look at the space where the neck meets the collarbone. Most see it as just skin, a target for a hurried or passionate kiss. But this is a fundamental misunderstanding. This is not just a place on the body. It is a threshold. It is the bridge between her mind and her heart, between her thoughts and her feelings. In a world that demands she wear armor, the armor of professionalism, of motherhood, of relentless self-optimization, this space remains uniquely vulnerable. It is guarded. Think of it as the gate to a hidden garden. You would not charge through a garden gate with force. You would approach it with reverence. You would pause, feel the texture of the wood, and open it slowly with intention. This is the energy you must bring. The skin here is delicate, stretched over some of the most critical structures for life. The carotid artery pulses just beneath the surface, a rhythm of her existence. The vagus nerve, a superhighway of the nervous system, runs through this landscape. This is not just anatomy. This is the physical home of her sense of safety. When you approach this space, your intention is felt before your lips ever touch her skin. Are you there to take, to conquer, to rush toward a goal, or are you there to give, to offer a moment of peace, to communicate a message that requires no words? You are safe with me. You can let the armor down. This is the foundation. Without this intention, the act is empty. It becomes a transaction, and the body's deeper systems of trust will remain dormant. The garden gate will remain locked. So, the first step is to quiet your own mind. The frantic, goal-oriented energy of the modern world has no place here. Take a breath. Let your own shoulders drop. The kiss itself should be almost an afterthought, the final expression of this state of calm presence. It is not deep or wet. It is warm, soft, and lingering. It is the feeling of sunlight on skin. You might even begin with just your breath, bringing warmth to the area before you make contact, a silent announcement of your gentle arrival. This small act sends a powerful signal directly to her nervous system. By stimulating the vagus nerve with this gentle, warm pressure, you are helping her body shift out of the sympathetic state, the fight or flight mode that so many of us live in, and into the parasympathetic state, the rest and digest, and crucially, the tend and befriend system. This is not esoteric philosophy, it is verifiable biology. Her heart rate may slow, her breathing may deepen. The tension in her jaw and shoulders, which she may not have even been aware of, can begin to dissolve. You are not just kissing her neck, you are calming her storm, you are creating a sanctuary with your presence. This is the overlooked secret. Men are often taught to be direct, to be assertive, to show passion through force. But true, lasting intimacy is built not on force, but on the creation of safety. When a woman feels truly safe on a physiological level, when her nervous system receives the signal that there is no threat, no demand, no expectation, her body and heart can open in ways that pressure can never achieve. This is the first key. Master the approach to this sacred space, and you will have unlocked a language of connection that 99% of people will never know exists. It is the difference between knocking on a door and being invited inside. Hidden rivers. Now, we move from the threshold of the neck to a place of hidden life force. Consider her inner wrists and forearms. This is an area of the body that is often completely ignored in the pursuit of intimacy, yet it holds a profound power for connection. Why? Because it is not an overtly sexual zone. And in that truth lies its magic. A touch here is not a demand, it is an offering. It speaks a language of appreciation, not expectation. Look at your own wrist. See the delicate skin, the blue lines of veins just beneath the surface. This is a map of her lifeblood. The radial artery pulses here, a quiet drumbeat of her very existence. When you gently hold her wrist and turn it over, you are not just holding a limb, you are holding her pulse. You are connecting with the rhythm of her life in that very moment. In a world of digital distraction and fractured attention, to pause and acknowledge this fundamental rhythm is an act of radical presence. It is a silent declaration that says, I am here with you completely. I feel your life and I honor it. This touch bypasses the analytical mind. The brain doesn't process a kiss on the inner wrist as a direct precursor to sex. It registers it as something different, something softer. It is a gesture of care, of tenderness, of deep affection. This lack of overt agenda is precisely what allows her nervous system to relax even further. It builds on the safety you established at her neck. It is the second chapter in a story of trust. The garden gate is open, and now you are walking gently through the garden, admiring its beauty without any intention of picking the flowers. The science behind this is fascinating. The skin on the inner forearm is rich with a specific type of nerve fiber, C-tactile afferents, which are wired not for detecting pain or texture, but for registering slow, gentle, emotionally supportive touch. When these nerves are stimulated, they send signals directly to the insular cortex, the part of the brain that processes social emotions. A soft kiss here is literally lighting up the emotional centers of her brain, flooding her system with oxytocin, the bonding hormone, without the pressure that can sometimes accompany more overtly intimate touch. Think about the modern context. Our hands are busy all day. They are typing on keyboards, holding phones, gripping steering wheels, caring for others. They are instruments of doing. To have her hand gently taken, turned over, and honored with a soft, warm kiss is to give her a moment of pure being. It is to release her from the world of tasks and responsibilities and to acknowledge the person behind the actions. It's a micro moment of profound validation. The habit to build here is what I call the pulse point anchor. It is not for the bedroom alone. It is for the quiet moments in between. When you are sitting together, talking on the sofa, when you are standing in the kitchen waiting for the kettle to boil, gently take her hand. Don't say a word. Just place a soft, lingering kiss on that inner wrist. Feel her pulse against your lips. Let the moment hang in the air for a breath or two. Then release her hand and carry on. This tiny ritual, performed consistently, weaves a thread of intimate connection through the fabric of your everyday life. It creates a secret language between you, a reminder of the deep river of affection that flows beneath the surface of your daily routines. Quiet mind. We have journeyed from the threshold of the body to the rivers of life force within it. Now, we arrive at the final and perhaps most powerful point of connection, the mind itself. The third kissing spot is the temples and the hairline. This is the master key. In our age of anxiety with its endless notifications, mental to-do lists, and the crushing weight of expectation, the mind is a battlefield. For many women who often carry a disproportionate mental load, the mind is rarely, if ever, at peace. To offer a sanctuary here is the ultimate act of love and service. A kiss on the lips can be passionate. A kiss on the neck can be sensual. But a kiss on the temple is an act of benediction. It is a prayer for peace. It says, I see your struggle. I honor your mind. Let me hold this space for you so you can rest. It is a gesture of pure giving, with absolutely no expectation of receiving anything in return. And because of that, it is capable of unlocking the deepest levels of emotional intimacy and trust. The body cannot and will not fully open if the mind is at war. By calming her mind, you are creating the necessary condition for all other forms of intimacy to flourish. The neurobiology here is direct and profound. The temples are home to major branches of the trigeminal nerve, one of the largest and most important cranial nerves. Gentle, soothing pressure in this area has a powerful regulatory effect on the entire nervous system. It is a direct signal to the brainstem to down-regulate the sympathetic fight or flight response. It is, in effect, a biological off-switch for anxiety. This gentle act can lower cortisol levels, slow a racing heart, and create a wave of calm that washes over her entire being. This is the physiological state in which a woman feels safe enough to be truly vulnerable. Imagine her coming home after a draining day, Her energy is frayed. Her mind is a tangled knot of worries and responsibilities. The common masculine impulse is to try and fix it, to offer solutions, to ask probing questions. But often, what is needed is not a solution but a sanctuary. Instead of asking, "What's wrong?" you create a moment of nonverbal care. You gently frame her face with your hands, a gesture that is both containing and protective. You look into her eyes for a silent moment of acknowledgement. Then you lean in and place a soft, slow, deliberate kiss on each temple. In that moment, you are not a lover seeking passion. You are a guardian protecting her peace. You are applying a gentle balm to the source of her stress. You can physically feel the change. You will feel the muscles in her jaw soften. You will feel her shoulders drop an inch. You will hear her exhale a breath she didn't even realize she was holding. This is more profound than any grand romantic gesture because it meets her where she truly lives, in the quiet, often chaotic world inside her own head. This is the final secret you were told not to miss because it reorients the entire purpose of intimacy. It is not about a selfish pursuit of pleasure. It is about the mutual creation of a safe harbor from the storms of modern life. The habit to cultivate is the sanctuary ritual. Make it a consistent practice. When you see the signs of stress, when her energy is low, when she is lost in thought, offer this gesture. It takes only 10 seconds, but its effects can resonate for hours. It builds a foundation of trust so deep and so resilient that physical intimacy becomes a natural, joyful expression of this profound emotional safety, rather than a goal to be achieved. 3 rivers. Now you see, these are not 3 separate tricks or techniques. They are 3 currents of the same river, and when they flow together, they create a powerful tide of connection that is almost unbreakable. Understanding their synergy is what elevates this from a series of actions into a true art form, a deep practice of relational mindfulness. It is a progression that mirrors the very nature of opening up to another human being, from the physical to the emotional to the mental and spiritual. You begin at the neck, the sacred space. This is the initial offering of safety. It is the respectful knock on the door, the calming of the body's vigilant guard. By soothing her vagus nerve, you are non-verbally communicating that you are not a threat, that you are a source of calm. This initial step is critical. Without it, any further attempts at intimacy can feel invasive or demanding. You are laying the foundation, tilling the soil, creating a receptive state on a purely biological level. You are saying, "I will not rush you. I am here to give, not to take." From that foundation of physical safety, you then move to the wrist, the hidden rivers. This deepens the connection from the physical to the emotional. By acknowledging her pulse, her life force, in a non-sexualized way, you are communicating appreciation and presence. You are building on the initial safety by adding a layer of deep personal validation. It is a gesture that says, "I see you, I feel you, I honor the life that flows within you." This step is what bridges the gap between physical calm and genuine emotional warmth. It is the difference between feeling safe and feeling truly seen. Finally, you arrive at the temple, the quiet mind. This is the pinnacle of the practice. Having established physical safety and emotional connection, you now offer the ultimate gift in our chaotic world, mental peace. This is the act of service that dissolves the final barriers. By soothing her anxieties and quieting her racing mind, you are creating a sanctuary for her very being. This is where the deepest trust is forged. When she feels that you are not just a partner for her body, but a guardian of her peace, an unconditional bond is formed. This is the act that says, "Your whole being is safe with me. Your burdens, your worries, your mind, rest here." See how they flow into one another. The neck opens the gate. The wrist walks through the garden. The temple provides a place to rest within it. Each step makes the next more powerful. Performing one is effective. Performing all 3 in a seamless, intuitive flow creates an experience of being so profoundly seen, so deeply cared for, that it can transform the very foundation of a relationship. This is how you create the kind of intimacy that feels like coming home. It is a powerful synergy, a compounded benefit where the whole becomes infinitely greater than the sum of its parts. It is learning to speak the complete silent language of trust. Which point of connection are you going to focus on first to deepen your intimacy? Drop your choice below. Let's inspire each other to connect more mindfully.